Hi guys, Will here. I am making cookies today. What type of cookies? Cricket cookies. Why am I using cricket flour? I started to get sick several years ago and it's not been good. I did weigh 320 pounds when I started. I am now wearing medium slim shirts and still losing weight, which means I need more protein. I can't eat enough protein. Crickets are really high in protein. So, and cookies obviously don't really have anything in them that's good for you. However, we do these diabetic cookies. We're on the keto diet, so we use this Diabetic Kitchen nut butter cookie to make some peanut butter cookies, which do have protein. Peanut butter has a little bit of protein. Let me grab it. Cricket powder, on the other hand. Here's the cricket powder I will be using today. I will put a link in the description. This is 100% cricket powder, made obviously from crickets. The protein content in it per 1 1/3 teaspoons is 8 grams. So by using 1/3 of a cup, that's really going to boost the protein in the cookies. However, this comes pre-mixed and pre-made. You're just going to add your 4 eggs and your peanut butter or nut butter. You could use almond nut butter if you wanted to. I'm going to use peanut butter and crunchy peanut butter. I'm going to use this Smucker's natural peanut butter today, and it's got, let's look at the protein. Protein is 8 grams per 2 teaspoons, so that's going to really boost the protein. Let's take a look at this and see what it says for protein. See, protein 1 gram, that's not enough to keep you alive. My main issue is I can't do the protein shakes, and a lot of the protein bars I can't do because I'm allergic to soy and lactose, which makes it very difficult for me to find protein sources other than meat and fish. Obviously cheese is out, unfortunately. That would be a great one. Well, not great, but it's decent protein if you're eating meat and cheese. The problem is I can't stomach much meat, so I have to find something I can stomach and get high protein out of. So I'm going to try the cricket cookies. We will see how these are. I did try the whole crickets with salt and vinegar. Were very good. I ordered some whole crickets. The problem with the salt and vinegar that I could find online, there's a lot of chemicals in it, and I need to stay away from chemicals. So there's a lot of preservatives and anti-caking stuff in it that more than likely is not really good for you. So I'm going to get started here. We are going to kick this off, and I'm going to move you closer so you can obviously see what we're doing. Figure out what the best countertop is. I think my best spot's going to be over here. It may be a little dark, but I think it's going to work. So hopefully we have enough light to make this work. And if not, I will be making another batch of cookies later on, and I'll be making, which my wife is not really happy about, the keto brownies, also with cricket dust. So what we're going to actually do though is add a little more peanut butter and a little more egg, and hopefully we don't end up with a cake, but we end up with a cookie, because the more flour you add, the more cake-like it's going to become. I am not a big fan of cake. I've never really actually liked sweets in my life other than fruit, but fruit doesn't have high protein. I can stomach fruit, and I've been eating berries with kefir. If you're sick, kefir is very good too. It will help promote good bacteria, as well as this Go Live probiotic and prebiotic seems to work really well. It goes into a liquid, so it's easy to digest and easy to take. So hopefully this works out well and they taste good. I know you're wondering, well, are they going to taste horrible? I don't know. Okay, so this is pretty easy. I started the oven. Make sure you take everything out of your oven before you turn it on. I miss that once in a while. That's why you should never put stuff in your oven that is not oven safe. Combine the wet ingredients, butter, nut butter, and eggs. And then you add the dry mix. So it calls for 2 cups of nut butter, which we're using this crunchy peanut butter because I think that crunch is going to make it better. That's my thought. That's my thought, and I'm sticking to it, guys. So let me find us a measuring cup here. So 2 cups is here at the top. I'm going to finish this one up. I'm going to have to keep going around you. Not the end of the world. Okay. And remember, we're going to add some extra eggs too. So, get our peanut butter. Now, when you get this peanut butter, you'll see the oil on top. We're going to have to mix that oil in. It's going to work better. I'll try a knife at first. I always have a hard time with this. My wife is like, boom, and she's got it mixed. But I have a very hard time getting that oil mixed back in. I think because I'm impatient. It takes a little bit to mix all that back in. One trick too is to flip your can over if you're going to buy multiple jars. I guess it's not a can, it's a jar. If you're going to buy multiple jars, make sure you put them in your pantry upside down. That definitely helps mix it in. But when you get natural peanut butter, this is what you got to deal with, but it tastes so much better. So there's 2 cups. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use basically this whole jar. So it's a little more than a jar to get, what is that, probably 2 1/4 cup? I think that'll work. I have a feeling that's going to be perfect. So there was just barely any in the other container. So let's say you make them with a full container. Just figure you're putting a full container of peanut butter in the cookies. Now, my wife says that the eggs and the peanut butter is what's going to help it be a cookie when you add all the extra flour. Because we don't want a cake. I kind of like my cookies hard. My favorite are probably sugar-free sugar cookies. I know, that sounds crazy, doesn't it? Sugar-free sugar cookies, yes. I'm not a sugar eater, so I can save you messing up a measuring cup. You're just going to put 1 full container of the 26 ounce. Crunchy if you like it. If you don't, sorry, I walked away. If you don't like crunchy, use the creamy. But I kind of like the crunch in cookies. So I'm thinking that's going to be amazing. Okay, I have to look again. This is the other part of being sick. You can't quite remember. So 4 large eggs and 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. However, I don't use butter. So we're going to use coconut oil. We're going to put 6 tablespoons of that in. And I'm going to grab some farm fresh eggs from our chickens. Chickens. I'm going to crack these in here. I only got 4 in this one, but I got a whole nother tray. There's one thing about chickens, and I'm going to get that extra piece of shell out. Did you see that fall in there? Got it. 2. Oh, no, that was 3, sorry. 4. Okay. Oh, this question comes up a lot. So if you're raising chickens, or if you have chickens and you're getting eggs from your chickens, and you're like, why can't I make hard-boiled eggs? Fresh eggs do not make hard-boiled eggs. If you get your eggs from the store, they've been around for a while. They make good hard-boiled eggs. If you haven't been around, if you're getting fresh eggs, you want to rotate them. So you want to put some of your eggs in the fridge and let them get old before you even try to hard-boil them. Minimum 2 weeks. That's the very minimum. You go a lot longer than 2 weeks, but 2 weeks is your minimum if you're wanting to hard boil them. The vinegar and all that stuff doesn't work. It's an age deal. You've got to let them get old. So I think it was a tablespoon. Let's look again. Let's see. Yes, 6 tablespoons. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to go 8. Add just a little extra to account for the extra flour. This is a guessing game. That's all I'm doing is guessing. I would love to tell you it's an educated guess. However, that's not really the case. It's just a guess. So we're going to mix this up. Move the toaster so they don't make a mess. You can see though that my eggs were cold, so the coconut oil immediately set. So we are just going to mix it back in and hopefully break it all up. I'm also going to use monk fruit as my sweetener. Okay. First thing I'm going to add is the cricket powder, and the reason for that is I really want to make sure it's mixed in well. In fact, I might even mix it into my tub and shake the tub up. So we're going to use 1/3 cup. Quarter cup, 1/3 cup, which might be this whole packet, which makes this pretty expensive, unfortunately. Cricket powder is not really cheap, and the cookies are not really cheap. A little more than 1/3. Oh, and I put it in the wrong place. That'll happen. So I'm going to put it in here, and I'm just going to shake this and see it cold. Okay, so back to it. I've mixed my flour, and I've talked to my wife, and we're going to dump that in there. Probably shouldn't have dumped it all at once, but you know what? It is what it is, right? This is supposed to be fun and enjoyable. Got some more eggs just in case. But I'm going to mix this up, and it's never very sweet. I'm going to do, I think, just a little bit of monk fruit, which I can have. Ooh, a little dizzy. Dizzy. Okay. We'll mix that in and then we'll see how sweet it actually is. Because the peanut butter is not very sweet. Oh, making a mess. I used a little bigger bowl. think we're going to need some more egg because that is really thick. And probably some more coconut in order to get it to mix. So I'm putting 2 more eggs. So what is that? 6, 7, 8. I think we're up to 8 eggs. And let's check on this. I love just messing around with this stuff. It's going kind of crazy. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 more of those. Coconut oil. Set that there in case we need a little more. That's mixing better. Try to get all of this mixed in. I think that looks a lot better. Now what I do want to do though, I want to taste this. If your cookie dough tastes good, from my experience, your cookies are going to taste good. And oh my gosh, is that good. So, I'm going to look back over the video and count up the ingredients. And I'm going to put them in the comment section for you so you can see what all we did for ingredients. So now we're going to clean these off because that is perfect. I'm going to use my finger again. Try to save as much of this as possible because it is rather expensive. I think now the cricket powder, I had plenty left over for at least 1 more batch, maybe 2. There was a lot more than a third cup in that little bag, which is surprising. I didn't think there would be. So there's at least enough for 2 batches, if not maybe 3. So it's not nearly as costly as I thought it was. And then these cookies should have like 16 grams of protein per cookie, which is a good amount of protein. So if I can stomach a few of these in the morning and a few in the afternoon and a few in the evening, I should get enough protein. And let me tell you, it is good. Yeah, I just sucked on my fingers. I won't stick them back in the cookie dough. Okay. So we're going to do this one now. And I'll have another finger to lick. Yes. I'm excited about that. Oh, this is really good. It's the perfect sweetness. Hopefully as they cook they don't get any sweeter. I don't think they do. For those cookie people out there, make a note, but I'll be tasting them before I post this video. Because they are going to be done long before this video hits. Oh. Okay. Oh man. That is so good. I just eat it like this. I almost hate to waste it because it is, my body is like, this is fabulous. And if you really like sweets, you could add more monk fruit. I'm not big on sweets. I will say, since I got sick though, I'm more apt to be okay with something that's a little sweeter. And I think it's more that the dry food is much easier to stomach, just like, you know, eating pretzels when you're ill. I mean, who doesn't like pretzels when they got an upset stomach? Except there's absolutely nothing good for you in pretzels. Remember that. Pretzels, chips, all that sort of stuff, there is nothing good in them. Okay, so now we need a cookie sheet. And I am partial to parchment paper. I don't know why. I just like it. My wife thinks I'm nuts. So I'll put a piece of parchment paper out here. And then I believe it was just a spoonful. And not a big spoon. But that's what they give us directions for, right? Using a small scoop, 1 tablespoon, place each cookie on prepared baking sheet about 1 inch apart. With this size scoop on this size pan, you will get 3 across and 5 down for a total of 15 cookies per pan. And it's 18 by 13. So I'm guessing this is about 18 by 13. So we're going to put a dollop. 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 I am not going to get 5 per section. That's for certain. I'm going to get 4 down. Oh, I think it said 3 down, didn't it? That would be why. Let's look again. 3 across, yeah. So it's got to go the other way. Those are too close together. So what I'm going to do is roll that one over. Roll this one over a little bit. These are too close to the edge right here. Okay. Tons of room on this side, which is why my other side is so close. So I'm just going to roll my parchment paper a little bit. And I got room for 2 cookie sheets, so it's not the end of the world. This is going to make a ton of cookies. I could have done a half a batch. Probably could have done a half a batch. What I may do is vacuum seal these cookies when they're done to make them last longer. Because this is more cookies than I could eat in a long time. That's one of the issues with making baked goods. But it's funny, I almost feel bad eating the other cookies, even though technically they're not bad for me. I mean, they're keto, so there's nothing bad in them, but there's not a lot of good in them too. Okay, really didn't get enough. I'm going to try to maximize this cookie sheet, so I'm going to move these over. Try to get 5 on here. These towards the outside edge a little bit. Good. All right, put one more. Actually, I could put one more probably all the way across in between, but I'm not going to do that. I'll put these in between. That one may be a problem, but we'll see. It says cook 10 minutes. I'm going to set this tray over here. Grab another tray. More parchment paper. Like so. 2, 3. We're going to look and see if it calls for us to run a fork across them. I know some cookies do. Want you to mush them down with a fork. I almost think too, if I staggered these, so we might get more cookies on a sheet. Trying to learn the secrets. Is very sticky, like they said. Great thing is, it tastes great. So I am having no problem cleaning my finger off by shucking off that cookie dough. And I guess that means I'm going to get a good amount of protein today, huh? Which is great because I haven't been able to eat a lot today. So the more I can eat, I know the better I'm going to feel, the more energy I'm going to have. I got 15 on this one, probably 16 because I can put one right here. Oh, and we need to look and see if we need to smush them out, but I think they're going to sit down themselves. They're going to melt down themselves. Well, that's what they look like. And all I'm going to do is now stick them in the oven. Into the oven. Top, that's a little thicker pan. Yeah, that's a little thicker pan. I'm going to put the thinner pan on the bottom. Probably should be putting the thicker pan on the bottom, but yeah. And set my timer for 10 minutes. Start. They're going to come out hot and not required, but because I've got so many cookies to make, I'm going to grab some cooling racks. Got a bigger cooling rack in there somewhere. I should. Maybe it's the top. No. I don't know what they did with the bigger cooling rack. So we're going to use one small and one big. Okay, we're going to use one small, one big, and we're going to need a spatula to get them off. And I'm going to move this stuff to the pool. That's the stuff I left in the oven. It happens to the best of us. So, I'm excited. I hope you're excited. We are going to taste these, see how they taste. I think they're going to be great. So, I am not super happy with these. I'm going to take you over there and show you. But my wife just got home. So she said she takes a fork and mushes them down. I don't like them that thick. So she takes a fork and will mush them down, and a cup of water. She wets the fork and mushes them. So we're going to try that on this next go around. We're going to do them a little smaller and mush them down. In the meantime, we're going to pull these off the tray. Put them on the cooling pad. As she says, because they have more flour. For you cooking experts. Shouldn't say cooking experts, I should say baking experts. Because I am a very good cook. But I am not much of a baker. I guess because, I don't like sweets. So I never really got into it. Now my sister, she is a candy maker. She makes fudge and all sorts of candy. She absolutely loves it. It is her passion. And she loves to eat them too. But she limits herself, otherwise, you know what happens. So she does limit herself. Now for those of you that like hot cookies, I will break one of these open. And I don't particularly like hot cookies, but I will take one for the team. How does that sound? But I don't like non-crunchy ones. So here's what the inside looks like. It looks a little more cakey. I'm gonna blow on it. Those are pretty good. I think they need to be sweeter, but not much. Yeah, maybe not. They're good. And I'm going to say, I'm not going to make them any sweeter. Okay. Show you what we're going to do this go around. How about the fork? Cup. A little bit of tap water. I think this time around I'm going to use a smaller spoon as well. I imagine you could use the back of the spoon if you wanted to. Don't really know. Easier with 2 spoons. Now, these are going to be smaller. It should take less time. Oh, that works good. That works a lot better, actually. I'm just going to scoop some up and roll it with the fork. Oh, guys, that's really nice. Much better than the way I was doing it. Drops right off. Get out of there. Again, remember, I like burnt stuff, so the fact there's a little bit of black stuff on the parchment paper doesn't really bug me. I know some of you are probably cringing. So, I'm just going to mush that down. Oh, I forgot my water, though. Remember, she said water. We'll take those large chunks out. Why, I don't know. No one else likes them. No one else is going to eat these cookies. Who am I kidding? Kelly will probably try one. She's pretty good about trying everything. I think this may still be hot. Don't sit down yet, Kelly. You gotta come try a cookie.
Did you try one, honey?
I did.
Not you.
Yes.
I know you tried one.
I
Do you like your cookies crunchier or?
No.
Okay, you want doughier?
Yes.
Hold on. These are doughier. These are more like cookie, like cakey.
They're actually really good.
We probably aren't ever in it.
I know. What do you think about it? I need a.
That's good.
Okay.
I'll eat it.
Awesome.
I'll eat it.
You'll eat it.
As long as it's a flour,
Right, right.
I'm fine with it. But
Yeah.
I'm not
Well-
like gonna put the whole bug in my
No.
Well, now I'm not sharing though because I only have so many of these
Whoa,
protein
whoa,
cookies.
whoa.
Excuse me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You can't tease the cookie, are you?
Okay, so it's a thumbs up for the Cricket cookies. Everyone gave it a thumbs up. These are fabulous cookies. High in protein if you're having a hard time getting protein. And they taste like a regular cookie. So it's all thumbs up. Below, I will have the ingredients list since we changed them up. And give you the correct amount so you can make your own at home. Have a great day.